We connect with people so we may inspire them to live a better life. A life of joy, a life of service, and a life of beauty. That's our goal as leaders. You know, as Christ went out preaching the gospel, connecting with people, he connected with them by freeing them from the bondage of the devil. He freed them from the bondage of the evil spirits. He freed people from bondage of poverty. He freed people from bondage of guilty. You know, that's what we are. That we are here as leaders. We are there to inspire people through our words and action to live a life of freedom, a life of meaning, that we are free because Christ has died for us. You know, I want to just give one example or one story that's recorded in the book of Luke chapter 2, verse 1 to 12 about freedom and how Christ freed people. A few days later, now it's recorded, when Jesus again entered in Capernaum, the people heard that he had come home. They gathered in such a large number that there was no room left, nor even outside the door, and he preached the word to them. Some men came bringing to him a paralyzed man, carried by 4 of them. Since they could not get him to Jesus because of the crowd, they made an opening in the roof above Jesus by digging through it. And they lowered the mat that man was laying on. When Jesus saw their faith, he said to the paralyzed man, "Son, your sins are forgiven." Now here is Christ, Capernaum, preaching the gospel, and he was surrounded by a lot of people. But there was another 4 men with their friend who was sick, paralyzed. They have a different need or desire. And they thought, how can we bring this man to Jesus to be freed from his weakness? And they thought, we cannot go through the people, but we must dig a hole on top of the house and lower him. Now, if you have read the story of Middle East or Israel during the time of Jesus, the houses were covered by mud from the top downward. So they opened up the hole and they lowered the man to Jesus Christ. When Jesus saw their faith and saw the man was paralyzed, he said to the man, "Son, your sins have been forgiven." Now, this man had been paralyzed for many years. The source of his disease was because of guilt of sin inside. He had harbored bitterness and unforgiving spirit in himself that he had sucked the vital life out of him, and he found himself paralyzed. You know, there's a lot of people today who are suffering from various diseases, not because of physical ailments, but because of spiritual sickness, especially guiltness. But here we see Christ, instead of even healing the physical disease, he tells the man, "Your sins are forgiven." So we as the leaders, we go out to give knowledge to people to realize who they are and where they have made the mistakes and how they can remedy those weaknesses to live a better life. We are going out as leaders, we are connected with people to free them from guiltness. Now, one of the ways to free people is to show them where they have made mistakes and to point them to Jesus Christ, who have offered his life for the forgiveness of sins. And we are there to assure them that you have been forgiven, you have been freed from all your guilt. So This is what we do as leaders. We go there to inspire people and to help them to realize that by believing in God, they've been forgiven. But also we are helping people to forgive themselves and to forgive other people. The only way to live a free life is to live life without guilty, without bitterness, without hatred. All this, if you live a life like that, your life will be freed and will be inspired, and your energy and your intelligence will be ready to go out and to bless other people. So our work, we go out there to tell people Jesus Christ, as long as you believe in his blood and his death, you've been forgiven, you've been free. God bless you and have a great day.